Right everyone, and welcome to week 26 then of our league racing highlights in 2017. And yep, two races coming up today then. First up it is former Xbox season 6 round 15 I think of the season, the Singapore Grand Prix. And yep, here we are then on our best qualifying lap, and it is light rain conditions then for qualifying then, so that should well, obviously a very difficult session. We're down in 11th place at the moment, and yeah, coming here off the back of, well, what was a wet race in Monza as well, and yeah, we didn't even make it through 4 laps I think in that one. A bit of an unfortunate collision really, and yeah, we'll be certainly looking to bounce back after that then, and try and get some good points on the board and try and fight to sort of win this Constructors' Championship then, because yeah, certainly the Amazement's been in the work, but he's had a lot of bad luck as well. But yeah, if we can, we really want to be trying to wrap it up then, especially because I think sort of one of our nearest threats, which was obviously Luke and Casey at Renault, they've both left, or well, certainly Luke has, but Casey can't race as often, so yeah, that's sort of one of the main threats really. But we've still got Sinan and Noor in the Red Bull, and I think there may be another team doing quite well as well, I'm not sure. But yeah, I think it might be McLaren actually, because Melanie's doing quite well. And yep, I think this one actually started in light and full wet conditions, I'm not sure, because yeah, we're improving quite a lot on our time. And yeah, I think that was what it was now that I remember, as yeah, our teammate goes versionally fastest there. We're going to come to the line then and improve up to 7th, but we are down to 9th by the checkered flag. Well, by the time everyone's completed their laps. Our teammate did take pole then from TSRL Bottas, and Sinan was in 3rd. So yeah, Red Bull's then 3 and 4. And yeah, we've got a bit to do then for 9th on the grid. And as you can see, it is a dry race, but there is a window, well, like a little slot of rain, so we'll have to see how that plays a part in this one then, as we will be starting on the super soft tyres. Obviously, wet qualifying we get freedom of tyre choice, and lights come on now. And away we go in Singapore, and it is a pretty decent start then, as we're alongside EPT then in towards turn 1. And yeah, he's actually collided there with Fredster, looks like, and we're having to avoid Exploding Emerald down the Renault, who is lagging quite a bit I think. And yeah, we're side by side, and yeah, it just seems that he is lagging a bit, because he is, well, he sort of drove into us there in the middle of a straight. And yeah, he's still ahead for the time being then, but really we want to get past him if we can, and in fact he just disconnects right there. So yeah, a bit of a dodgy connection I think on his end there. And yeah, we're through then into 7th place. On to lap 3 then, where TSRL Bottas has spun then, having started on the front row of the grid, so that allows us to go up to 6th. And yeah, just a rather uninteresting first stint for us really, with, well, pretty much most people pitting before us. The rain was sort of forecast to come by now, so I decided to go onto the ultra soft sides then, push as much as possible until the rain came down, and then obviously inters for probably the rest of the race from here. And yeah, we will have lost quite a bit of ground unfortunately, because we will have been the last person to stop. So yeah, we're going to drop down then, and we find ourselves down in actually 10th position then, so that has not really worked out for us. But on the soft tyres we should be able to claw some positions back, I would hope. And yeah, only a few corners later then we've got to the back of Elusive Keb in the Sauber, and we get a great run out of that previous corner, and now towards the what was the Singapore Sling. And yeah, we're through into 9th place. I think someone else bid for a second time, and then, well, we have a big moment there trying to catch Sinan, who we sort of caught at the wrong point there really, because we were stuck behind him for a few corners sort of before that. And yeah, we line him up then into, well, we're going to try and go around the outside and into this right-hander. And yeah, we're side by side then, and yep, through we are going to go then, running outside into the chicane. And yeah, we're not going to skip then to lap 21 then, where the rain is now coming down, and we've got Taz a lap down on fresher tyres trying to pass us. We don't really want to just let him do that, because we do have Menely behind us then, and we've got Perez who is still trying to catch in front of us. He's looking to the inside, that's forced us out wide, and we've lost the back end there and damaged our front wing, which is rather frustrating really, because I mean he can pass us, but I really feel that maybe he should not have done that, even though he was quicker. But yeah, he'll probably just tell me to pipe down or something. Yeah, into the pits we can then throw our changeover onto the intermediate tyres, and yep, Perez actually played a lap earlier, so we'll see how that one sort of sorts itself out really. Looks like he is going to still be ahead of us then, but yeah, out of the pits we're going to come in 6th position. And yeah, it looks like we've not really got anyone around us then, because we're currently ahead of Melanie at this point as well. And yep, out of the pits we are going to come then, all on our own. But I don't think it is going to be for much longer, because here comes the safety car then. I'm not really sure who that was for, but yeah, it is out now then, and it might actually dry up now before the end of the race, which will be interesting. But yeah, nothing happens after that, because no one else is going to be pitting at this point. And yeah, we're back racing again then. We had to lap the disconnected car there, and that sort of didn't allow us to get right to the back of Perez, unfortunately. And now we have Sinan trying to pass us then, which is a shame, because I think we were a lot quicker than him in the dry conditions. We were a lot better on the tyres, but yeah, he's going to run past us then and into 6th place. And yep, on to the phenomenal lap of the race, and we've got Melanie just in behind us now. And in fact, Perez has spun there, so that has gained us a place, but unfortunately we have actually picked up a 3-second penalty by this point. So we'll be hoping that we're hoping that the people behind us have one as well then. As we cross the line then in 6th position, but unfortunately it does actually become 7th in the end then. We gained actually over Noor, who had a lot of penalties, but yeah, we lost out to Melanie and Coot with that one, unfortunately. So yeah, it is 7th place in the end then, so rather mediocre result for us, with our teammate actually taking the win, so well done to him for that one then. And the championship's ended as we on the screen now then, and yep, our teammate then extended his championship lead, I would imagine. And yeah, that is it then for this week of Formula Xbox. And now we move on to yeah, something brand new for us then. This is STS F1. This is their F2 league, so obviously not the main one, but yeah, the second tier. And yeah, here we are then in Hungary. We sort of joined this one as a reserve, but yeah, it looks like we are going to be sort of racing every week in this now then. And looks like we are going to be in the Toro Rosso for what is a short season, only 8 races until the end of F1 2016. And we have actually joined at round 4, so probably not much chance of us, you know, being in the championship fight. But you know, I'm looking forward to this, and as I say, we've done a few races already, and obviously I won't spoil them, but yeah, they've been some really fun races so far. This is all assist banned except for racing line, but yeah, I never use a racing line. I don't really see why so many people use it, to be honest, because I think it is probably one of the easiest to race without, actually. But anyway, that's not important. But yeah, it said it was going to rain in this set. Well, it didn't say it was going to rain, but it did. And I never got the radio message through, so I was sort of planning my my qualifying plan was to do sort of a test run on the soft tyres and then my 2 main runs on the super soft. But yeah, unfortunately it started raining during my first super soft run, so I just got in that lap, and it was obviously compromised by the weather, unfortunately. But yeah, 9th on the grid then, so we'll see what happens. I do think that you know, in the race I'm strong around here, but we'll see what happens then, as IRS Hamilton took pole position there. And yeah, the strategy then is yeah, pretty much as you expect really. The super soft to medium. We're going to fuel the car quite a bit, because you don't really need that much fuel here, and the lights are coming on now. And away we go then. Quite a big lag start there for Hot Dog, it looks like, but yeah, we've got away well then, certainly compared to Murney there in front of us. And yeah, we've got a nice bit of track here to aim towards here for turn 1. We're going to be on the outside though, so we'll see if we can run it around there, but not quite. We had RC Fly there sort of hung us out to dry there a little bit, so yeah, we couldn't make any places around the outside unfortunately. But yeah, we're side by side then with Mex Unseen into turn 2, and it looks like we have stayed ahead of him then. So yeah, we're still in 9th place then, so not the best start, but yeah, we actually see RC Fly here actually run wide in the S's there, and that allows us to move up into 8th position. So yeah, we picked up 1 place then from where we started. We've got Hot Dog and Devout Fire there, I think, battling in front of us as yeah, into the final sector we go then. Hot Dog out of shape there, that's actually compromised Devout Fire's line there, and we use that chance then to dive the inside into the penultimate corner, and yep, we have taken 7th. But yeah, we see Hot Dog in the pit lane there, so I guess maybe he did actually jump the start instead of actually being like a massive lag thing. A few others in the pits as well, looks like Bottas there, Hamilton I think as well. So yeah, it looks like there may have been a few jump starts, but I'm not sure about that. As we did close up to Jack Clay's and F1XL Pred there towards the end of the first stint, but we decided to come in on lap 7 as was scheduled. I was a bit surprised to see some of the others stay out. We had Gorsh on the same tyres as us, so did Jack Clay's, but we did have F1XL Pred there on the soft tyres. Also Melanie was doing that as well, so most likely they'll be trying to do the 1 stop then maybe. And yeah, out of the pits we're going to come then into a nice bit of clear track here, so that is going to allow us to hopefully get a good undercut if we can have a good out lap here. As out of the pits we come then in 8th place, but as I say, nice clear track for us. And yeah, in fact only a lap later then, and Jack Clays has come out of the pits and he's behind us then. So yeah, that has really worked out to our advantage, and you know, I wasn't like trying to go for an undercut there, that was just my planned strategy, so I was happy with that. And by lap 15 we'd caught back up to Melanie then, who was now coming in for his one and only pit stop. I think our teammate Pred had gone in the lap before that, and yeah, we did pull away during the stint, so that was good for us then. And we had a nice gap then over Jack Clays, and also Gorsh, who was on a bit of a different strategy there it looks like, because he pitted quite a few laps later than me. And yeah, he wanted the soft tyres, so he may be trying to do either soft or super soft at the end of the race then. But we come in as was scheduled on lap 19 for the medium tyres then. We'll see where we rejoin compared to Pred and Melanie then, because obviously they'll be going to the end also on mediums now then. And we're out of the pits we come in, there goes Pred actually, so we're not in front of him, but we are ahead of Melanie, which is good then, because we are obviously on newer tyres. And we should hopefully be able to catch up to our teammate, and in fact by lap 24 that is what we're doing then, as Gorsh on that different strategy but still a 2-stop, it's worth mentioning, is still leading then. But yeah, you can see here slipstream glitch was certainly in effect unfortunately. We were gaining a bit because of DRS, but we just weren't getting any slipstream unfortunately, and yeah, that was quite a frustrating issue during this race. Well, this was the only real point that I actually had sort of like a battle with anyone, but yeah, it was just quite clear that I couldn't really get any kind of slipstream. But we do have a good run there. I think he must have got out of shape in turn 4, or turn 3 sorry, and up towards turn 4 we tried going outside, but yeah, we couldn't hang on there on the dirtier part of the track, and he maintains the position for the time being. But this really was a titanic battle, because obviously with the slipstream glitch in effect I had to sort of put a bit more thought into how I was going to try and pass him, and obviously I knew his tyres were going to be very old. He's been on them since about lap 14 at this point, so they were good 5 laps older than mine. And we do get a good run out of turn 1. We're going to try and run it around the outside in turn 2, kind of like Ricciardo did to Hamilton a few years ago I think. And we're side by side in turn 3, but we just couldn't get the drive out of that corner. And you got to be so careful with this contact model, because you can't really just sort of try and run someone out wide, because chances are you're just going to get stuck together and sort of run each other off the track. But yeah, onto lap 31 then, he goes a bit deep into turn 1. We once again try to do the switch back through turn 1 and towards turn 2. We do seem to have got it, well, a much better drive that time. We try and brake a bit later if we can, try and carry as much speed through turn 2. There is a little bit of wheel bang in there, nothing to worry about though. But once again we just can't get a drive out of turn 3, because obviously we can't just try and run them out of road, because the chances are there'll be contacts, and then we lose the back end there slightly, but we do just close that straight back up again. So yeah, it was, I do think that we did have the pace advantage here, as you probably would expect with the newer tyres. But yeah, just obviously such a difficult track to overtake, and when you've obviously got a glitch that's stopping you passing in sort of the one place you would normally overtake, it is very difficult. But we did have a great run that time, but then he lunges on the brakes again in turn 2, and once again we're going to be side by side in turn 3, and once again well, we actually had a better drive out of turn 3, but once again we're going to find ourselves on the outside for turn 4, so he can brake later and make sure we go out wide, and that time it works out for him, and it does for Gorsh, who's come through then after that second stop on the super soft tyres, still going quite quickly even though he's been on them for a while. He did sort of move across us a little bit there, nothing too major, but yeah, Pred certainly pushing the limits there, I think, of how you can sort of fairly defend your position there, and Gorsh has gone off again, so it's really has turned into a Titanic battle then for the win. 3 of us separated by less than a second then on the final lap, and this may well be our last chance then, you know, trying to finally get this move done through turns 2, 3 and 4, and once again we get a good run then, but every single time he can cover the inside line with the slipstream glitch in effect, unfortunately, so it is very difficult to try and make it stick, and he was so close to contact there. We did have to back out that time. That has allowed Gorsh to get alongside us and towards turn 4, but he's moved across to take his line and put us into the wall there. We were actually quite lucky not to lose the wheel there actually, but we have damaged our front wing, so that's any chance of us challenging for the win gone. And unfortunately it looks like the podium may be gone, but actually there's been contact for the lead as Pred and Gorsh go side by side into the right hander, and Gorsh has gone spinning. We are back up into third then. Melanie, just minding his own business, has found himself in second place, and somehow Pred, I mean, even with the slipstream glitch, he has still done a great job to defend that one, and he takes the win then. Melanie second, us in third. What a debut race that was for us in STSF2 then, and yeah, we finished 2.3 seconds off the end then despite that collision, and just a really fun race to take part in, and it is a lot of fun, you know, when you've got everyone sort of on that level playing field with the assists, and yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to doing some more of these races. They are a lot of fun to do, and yeah, the championship standings might be on the screen right now. Obviously we're going to be down the bottom then, because, well, near the bottom, because obviously this is the first race we've taken part in, and there were sort of 3 races before this, I think. But yeah, that is it then for this week of highlights. Let me know what you thought down in the comments below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.